What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and for today's video I wanted to share a wave mode solo with you guys using the Sandman. Now it is only going to be floor 4, however because of the recent change to Shadowland in the 3.3 update, I find that a lot of you guys who used to be able to make it to floor 10, floor 15 are actually having a hard time even getting to 5 just because they've added in these wave modes early on. So for you guys who don't have a really developed roster, I see you guys in the comments needing help, so we're going to be trying to tackle some of these wave modes, and Sandman is going to be a very useful character for you. It is sad that you have to use someone as powerful as him on floor 4, however securing the biometrics is what is most important, so it makes no sense to hold on to him if you cannot get past the wave mode. Okay, so if you can get past it without using him, definitely hold on to him, especially since he's a villain. That's going to be very beneficial to you later on. The later you get into Shadowland, the more villain stages you're going to see. So if you can, hold on to him, but if you can't, definitely go ahead and use him right here. Now for this one, we're actually going to be going up against the Yondu freaking wave mode. So this one right here is not necessarily a new wave mode. Before, you only had Ronin and Nebula in here, and it was arguably the easiest wave mode. I would always pick it when I see it because it was easier when compared to the other ones, because this one only had 2 bosses and 2 sets of waves. For now, they have Yondu in here, so Yondu is an additional boss that you need to fight, and an additional wave of enemies follow Yondu. So it made it on par, if not a little bit more difficult than the rest. Okay, last week I soloed floor 4, and I used Robbie Reyes to take down this one right here. So if you want to go ahead and use a hero right here, definitely go ahead and use Robbie Reyes, but Robbie's actually very useful if you hold on to him for the later stages, especially when you get up to, like, I would say 17, 18, or even in the 20s, because you get hit with Agent Venom, and Agent Venom for that boss stage, you actually have a type advantage when you use characters that deal fire damage, and especially ones that have like iframes that Robbie do. Definitely going to be a very useful character for you. Sorry, I'm sidetracking, I know, but I just wanted to give you guys a few options that I've found so far that can help you guys. Okay, so we're going to use Sandman right here, and before I forget, let me just go ahead and show you guys how I have him built. So his gears are all at 18 for right now. The last gear is rolled for ignore defense because that is what I need. He does already have max skill cooldown. Ideally you want to have max defense penetration, or sorry, ignore defense. I keep forgetting, I've been playing too long, they changed the name. Anyway, so you want to have max ignore defense, which is 50%, and you also want to have reduced cooldown duration or skill cooldown. You want to have that maxed as well. Those are the 2 most important things for this stage right here. You want to ideally have that. It's going to make it a more comfortable clear for you. Now mine, as you guys can see, I have 183% crit damage. That is great. That's going to help bump his damage up a bit. Have 50% crit rate. That is also good. The attack speed is a bit low. Ideally you want something like 115, but 106 will work for me, and I will show you guys how it does. Okay, so like I said, gears are already 18. Skills are all at 6. The most important skills in this guy's kit is actually the 3, the 5, and the 4. Right, but since this is Shadowland, you can actually go ahead and sprinkle the 1 in here, and it's actually going to be a very useful skill. So I'll give you guys the rotation that I use. I'm not saying this is the best rotation by any means. I'm just saying that this is the rotation that I use when I use Sandman on particular stages in Shadowland. So I find they work for me. Maybe they'll work for you if your playstyle and what you like to do when you're in a fight is similar to what I do. Okay, so for me, I generally open the fight with the 3 skill really quickly because I want to get the all attack buff. From there I go into the 5 skill because it gives him damage immunity. And one thing you want to know about the skill right here is that once you see the sand giant, that means you can skill cancel. And what I mean by skill cancel is you can tap another skill, and the animation for this skill where the sand giant is attacking will continue to go. So you don't have to stay there and wait for the sand giant to finish, because if you do that, your entire damage immunity is going to be wasted. So for me, I go 3, 5, and then I skill cancel into 2 if I'm in like a one-on-one fight. However, since it's a wave mode, there's lots of enemies. What I'm going to do here is 3, 5, then cancel into 1. Just remember, as long as you see the sand giant up, you can cancel. Okay, don't cancel before that. Cancel into 1 and let the 1 actually bind all the enemies, because even though it doesn't say it right here, the 1 skill has a bind on it. Not sure why sometimes they leave it off the skill, because this is something that would be very, 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 very important for you guys to know, that a skill actually has a bind effect, right? So you go 3, 5, 1 for the bind, 2 for a little bit of additional damage, because this skill actually does really good damage, and then you use the 4 skill, which is a slight iframe, and it also has a really good CC because it just summons this hurricane type, tornado type thing, sandstorm I guess, and it actually groups the enemies together and make it very easy for you to control the pace of the fight, right? So that's what I like to do. So 3, 5, 1, 2, 4, and if you do that, you should be safe for the majority of the fight. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys the ISO set. I have power for Angry Hulk, and ideally you want to go for something offensively. If you do not have really good cards, go ahead and get Hawk's Eye, because you want to make sure that you get the skill cooldown maxed out. That is one of the most important things. Okay, the 2 things that I would recommend making sure you have is max ignore defense and max skill cooldown, and that's gonna make Sandman really useful to you across the board. Okay, the obelisk, it's up to you if you're building him for PvP or PvE. I'm not necessarily a PvP guy, so the majority of my characters, you will find that they have damage procs on them. So for my Sandman, since I want to use him in Extreme AB, which he's a candidate for, if you guys are new and you don't have Carnage because you're completely free to play, he's a very good candidate there, and you're going to need a damage proc on him if that is your goal. However, since I put crit rate and crit damage here instead of going with something that had ignore defense, that means that once I get all his gears to 20, I'm then going to have to slot a couple ignore defense Urus in order to make sure that I have ignore defense maxed out. Okay, sorry for rambling, guys. I just want to give you guys a little bit of information before actually going here and solo this thing. Alright, so let's do this, Yondu. It's Mary Poppins, y'all. It's Mary Poppins. Alright, let's do it, boys. Alright, Flint. One thing I've noticed about these new wave modes that are so early, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like they have way more mobs than they used to do, because the boss has been long since dead, and there's like 20 seconds of additional mobs getting spawned. You guys can see that Sandman is actually putting out some respectable damage. That might just be due to the fact that this is an early floor, but still it's a pretty solid effort on his part, because not a lot of freaking tier 1 characters can actually put out this much damage to clear not only the boss without me even seeing that the boss is dead, because I wasn't even looking at Ronin. Okay, Yondu. Yondu, you're gonna die, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I know, bro. It's Mary Poppins. I'm sad that Yondu died in the movie, guys. I'm sorry. I just ruined that for someone. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. I swear to God, I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Are they all dead? Oh, no. There's more. Yeah, so this is why I say Sandman is someone you should hold on to if you have him, because you can see for yourself, like, you just completely like wiped out this stage with like almost a minute left, and this is a wave mode. So yeah, definitely hold on to freaking Sandman if you have him. If you can sacrifice someone else or even 3 more characters just to hold on to him, definitely do that. He's gonna be amazing for you. Sorry for the long video, guys. I get to rambling and it ends up being a long one. I'm super sorry about that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.